Story after story with the same lesson. People keep trading when they should stop trading and start believing in something. Baby dolls, check out this Confessions Direct. I bought Bitcoin in early 2017. Not a lot at the time, as I didn't understand it. I doubled my money. I cashed out and bought 2 lovely ox blood Chesterfield sofas. I had to sit on them every day, seeing the price rise. I don't even have them anymore. Probably best. Now, I wanted to see these lovely sofas, what he's talking about. And this is exactly it, Chesterfields, okay? These are the hotels you find in one of those bougie hotels. I like them, right? They're nice, cushiony. You can hang a big fart. It doesn't seep in through and bounce off. It just absorbs right in. So you can just fart all you want in there. Now, friends, it's a common story. Look, I know markets are tough. We get it. Yeah, you don't know the future. It'd be nice if we knew the future, but then all markets would get priced in and there'd be no opportunity. It's kind of like a paradox, a tragedy of the commons, if you will. We don't know the future, and then you're balancing, okay, is the market right or is the market wrong? We have emotional swings up and down. We know that. But also, you know nothing is ever static. So you're trying to buy low, sell high. But what's low? What's low? What's high? This gentle sir, he bought Bitcoin in 2017. There was no Bitcoin spot ETF. You did not have all these mass mania back then. All you had was Mt. Gox, which had just collapsed a few years earlier, doing most of the volume. And by the way, in the stock market, what's a lot? Okay, 100% return is huge. It is. So he sold, I sold for 100% gain. Yeah, doesn't feel too smart now. Bitcoin was $1,000 in 2017 and it went to 3,000. I mean, like, you know, you missed out on like 50x minimum. So what do? Well, you have to just accept that the world is chaotic, there is uncertainty, and you're navigating it. So what you have to try to do is close the information asymmetry gap. Every time you see a new asset and you want to sniff it, you have to sniff every corner of it. Every single corner. Because if something's really, really cheap, what if you can actually imagine a better future for it? You're trying to buy $1 for a penny. Bitcoin went up so much. I mean, at some point, you're buying $1 for like 20 cents. You get it? You're trying to buy $1 for a penny. You're trying to look for that. You're not always going to find $1 for a penny, but as long as you're in that mindset. Most retailers, they'll buy stuff if there's a 2 or 3x in it. Their maximum cutoff is like 2x. So retailers will still buy something for 50 cents if they think they can get a 2x out of it. If you're hunting in the 1 cent stuff, you're like way advantaged. There's a problem though, delaying gratification. There's another problem. So many uncertainties and question marks. You will never get an amazing, massive gem trading at 1 cent when you have all this easy information. There's always this balance of probabilities that you have to assess and you have to weigh up yourself. But still, he sold for a 2x profit and he bought sofas. Now regrets it for life. 99% of Soyboy trenched warriors will have the same result. The believers will continue to hold and achieve glory. It's tough, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's simple. Oh, just find cheap stuff and then hold them. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, it's simple, but it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Information asymmetry. Remember, friends, I've told you many times, what is the real risk metric? Okay, risk, right? Risk. What is it? Okay. Is it Soyboy cuck risk, which is price volatility? All right. No. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put a baby milk bottle of soy here. Friends, price volatility is not risk. Price volatility is subhuman filth, weak, noodle arm, pencil neck, leg day skipping, trash interpretation of markets and assets. You can decide whatever you want. Warren Buffett says you're a little bitch if you think about price volatility as risk. Most people do, but you know, you're not surprised. Most people are soy latte drinkers. Most people skip leg day. They don't do the hard work. Most people are blue pill cucks. Risk is what you don't know. That's the real risk. You're trying to close the gap. Perfect example. Let's say you're walking through the park and someone says, I have a coin, heads or tails. A soy boy blue pill cuck will say, oh, my risk is that I choose heads, but it comes out tails. No. That's why they're soy boy blue pill cucks. Okay, that's not real risk. Okay? That heads or tails game has no risk. You know the outcomes. 50-50. Okay? You might have like 99% surety. Maybe they let you feel the coin. Maybe you can smell the coin and you can see, okay, it's not rigged. There's a head side, there's a tail side. So you know there's no risk with your game. No risk. You know the outcomes. Heads or tails. What about the odds that they give you though? Now we're in a different game. But that's not important now. Okay? What's important is your risk. You know it can only be heads or tails. You get it? In markets, you're trying to close the information asymmetry gap. So as we know, friends, risk, price volatility. So, friends, a blue pill cuck who drinks soy, a soy boy, like right here. Here you go. Here's your soy boy, friends. Right there. Boop. There you go, friends. This is a soy boy. This soy boy sees this chart. I'm gonna draw a chart here for you. Okay, he sees this chart, and the soy boy sees like, oh, if the risk is that this thing goes down in price. No, risk. Friends, that's why you're a soy boy. That's why you are a Reddit moderator soy boy. You get it? You skip leg day. Whee! That's risk to them, okay? That's wrong, okay? Now, it's not really wrong. I'm just saying wrong. You're a little bitch if that's how you think about it, okay? The real way to measure risk is what I don't know, risk. Let's just say a real squirrel, okay? You hold your own nuts, okay? A real squirrel, let's write it down here, holds his or her own nuts, okay? Because they're all inclusive here. Here you go. All right, let's actually get a squirrel emoji here. So risk is, okay, well, we go down here. Risk, what I don't know. You get it? Now, it's a bit subjective, isn't it? What do you mean what I don't know? Because you don't know what you don't know. Exactly. That's why the default state of markets when they give low prices is there's opportunity everywhere. Problem is there's a lot of mine bombs that are also lurking around. So when something goes low and everyone says this thing's dead, it's worth investigating. Sniff it. Put your ears to it. Can you feel a pulse? The lower the price is, the less of a hurdle you actually need for it to be alive. If something is, maybe if it's alive, meant to be worth $1 and people are giving it to you for 50 cents, you got to think, you go, well, it could be dead or it could be alive, but they're giving it to me for 50 cents. So if I'm right, I only get a 2x. If I'm wrong, I lose everything. Risk 1, make 2. Not good enough, okay? What if, so this is it, friends. Let's actually look at this. This is how you're assessing these odds, yeah? Let's say you think something's meant to be fair value $1. You see that? So let's say what happens is it goes down. So if it's down at 50 cents, compare that to if it was down at 1 cent. All right? This is right here. This is 100x upside, and this is 2x. See that? A soy boy says, oh no, there's risk of this thing. Oh no, that you're a soy boy, okay? If you know the asset's alive or there's a growing network effect or there's a community, if someone's willing to give you this asset for 1 cent, right? It's not risk. It's free money. It's opportunity. You get it? So that's why your job is not to be a soy boy. Your job is to be a squirrel in the trenches. See that? The squirrel. You hold your own nuts, right? You don't want to be a soy boy. That's why, look, for we know, friends, okay? It's simple, isn't it? Yeah? Buy low, sell high, and easy. Because so many things go down. And there's a really good reason why everything goes down. There's always a really good reason. Nobody gives you $1 for 1 cent. Like, there's always a really good compelling reason. That's why the lower a price is, the less of the hurdle rate you need. Remember I just told you that? When everyone says something is like completely dead. They're rare, but it's worth having a look. All you got to find is like one person saying it's alive. Just one. They're giving it to you away for free. Just one. If something's meant to be $1 and it goes down 50%, you've only got 2x upside. You can't just have one person saying it's still alive. It's not worth it. You need literally pretty much everyone saying it's still alive. That might be like a Bitcoin dip. You know, you literally need these. And by the way, not everyone's going to say it's alive. So if you're constantly looking for that, you're eventually going to get cucked. If you're trying to risk one, only make two, it's not good enough. Because crypto's tech investing. You're risking the whole bullet. Yeah. That's why crypto, powerful growth rates. The problem is, yeah, that price volatility can cuck you. Okay. You're trying to look for deep value. Sometimes assets never go deep value. You want me to show you an example? Let me show you Coca Cola. You like your Coke? Liquid form? The biggest crash Coca Cola ever did from 1998, all it did was it dropped 57%. I mean, that's child's play for a cryptocurrency. 56%. That's nothing. And it was paying out dividends, by the way. You see that, friends? Coca Cola up only. Whee! Right, Warren Buffett. See that? Look at these capitulations of Coke. 13%, 14%. Look at this. 18%. Zombie virus. 40%. It's only down 24, like literally a month later. You see that? Oh no, 18%. No one's going to give you Coca-Cola for 99% discount. Yeah, only in crypto we get that because people don't know how to value this stuff. One day they will. They'll have network effects. They'll have measures of them. And people will say, oh, this thing fundamentally has too many people believing and posting about it and they're all organic and they're not AI. Therefore, there should be a floor value. When Coca-Cola goes down, no one says, oh, golly gee, Coca-Cola's $52, but it's definitely going to go all the way down to $6. No one does that. You know, never say never, but no one does that. There's too much money. There's too many nerds out there with all their like quant sheets and stuff, and they all understand PE ratio and they all understand the game, okay? That's why crypto is still early. That's why the growth rates are high. The growth rates are high. It's because euphoria can be in the crowd. No one knows how they're pricing stuff. That's our edge. You don't want everyone to know how they're pricing stuff. All right? That's why in cryptocurrency, there's no cash flow. So when people sell things, when something's meant to be worth $1 and they sell something down to 10 cents, people will literally sell at 10 cents and go, well, it's worth $0. There's no formula. But if you believe, you get a massive, massive upside return potential. So you get to see the game now, friends. Remember what we looked at, okay? The Soyboy is looking at price volatility. He's going, that's risk, okay? But the Squirrels, the Warren Buffett Squirrels, they're seeing the price volatility as like Mr. Market can give you a really wildly silly quote that's too cheap. Obviously, crypto is very, very, very risky. You don't have like companies and businesses and CEOs, so you've got to look for other edge. What's the edge? It's simple. Just go to Twitter. Hey, is anybody out there? Go to Twitter, look up the tag. Hey, this coin's going down. Someone, just give me a reason why it's going to go up. Why you still believe in it? That's it. You just try to think, well, the lower the price goes, the less of a hurdle rate I need, you know? Wouldn't you like, if Bitcoin dropped 99%, friends, you don't need 50 bajillion things to go right. You don't need it to be able to flip the US dollar. I mean, they're giving you a discount of 99%. You don't need much. You see? You see it now. So remember that gentle sir. He sold for a 2x on his sofa. He's sitting there thinking, man, I'd have 100 sofas by now. Okay? That's why I'm here to flesh it out for you. This is the game. This is the game. You don't miss the market. You don't know how deep of a discount they're going to give you. But you got a formula now in your head. You got a strategy. You go, well, the lower something goes, the more I pretty much have to do research in it. I have to. Because friends, in markets, in crypto markets, it's special. Everybody is a schizo drug addict of sorts. When things are low, they will irrationally sell stuff just to chase other things. It's totally irrational. Okay? Like, if something's down 95%, if they just see something else moving up, they'll sell that thing. It's meant to be $1. They'll sell it at 5 cents just to go throw in liquidity somewhere else. No one does that in the stock market. It's very rare, but it happens all the time in crypto. No one's selling like Coca Cola down 80% because they want to go like turbo leverage long on Tesla, right? That's why crypto, it's very erratic. But if you can find some sort of method to the madness, right? I just told you, Feds, like, there is no mad formula. You don't even need one. Just go say, hey, everyone says this thing's dead. Is it? You go check, but you do need some vision. Yeah, you do need some vision. You seeing it now? This opportunity won't be here forever because everything I'm talking to you now about, it will be the norm in the next cycle. It will be the norm, all right? That's what happens in the stock market. No one's selling companies that are trading at 25 PE. They're not going to sell them at 2 PE for you to just get in. Doesn't happen anymore. You see, crypto, powerful opportunity. And it's precisely because no one knows what the hell is going on. There's a lot of question marks. They don't know how to value stuff. So when other people run away from that uncertainty, you and I grab our lollipops and we run in. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.